A sitting U.S. Senator refusing to apologize for joking about a public hanging in a state that has a history of lynchings. I can't believe that I'm about to say this in 2018. I'm talking about Mississippi Republican Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith. She is seen in this video posted to Twitter praising a cattle rancher and thanking him for his support.
He invited me to a public hanging at me on the front row.
Wow. Hyde-Smith is still fighting for her Senate seat, and it's worth mentioning that her opponent is an African American. She is facing former Democratic Congressman Mike Espy in a runoff election on November 27th because neither received 50% of the vote. Well, Hyde-Smith responded with outrage over her remark in a statement saying this. She said, in a comment on November 2nd, I referred to accepting an invitation to speaking engagement. In referencing the one who invited me, I use an exaggerated expression of regard, and any attempt to turn this into a negative connotation is ridiculous. But today, at a news conference with Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant, reporters asked questions about the comment, and I just want you to hear how it all went down.
We put out a statement yesterday, and we stand by that statement.
Could you expand on it then, why you said it, what you meant by it, and why people in the state should not see it as offensive?
We put out the statement yesterday, and it's available, and we stand by that statement.
Senator, are you familiar with Mississippi's history of lynchings?
I put out a statement yesterday, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Governor
You
Phil
mentioned
Bryant.
that it shouldn't be viewed with a negative connotation. Could you at least
I
explain
put out a
how it
statement
could be positive?
yesterday, and we stand by the statement, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Is that phrasing in your everyday lingo, in your vocabulary? Do you use
I put
that
out a
phrase?
statement yesterday.
Governor,
We stand
you
by the
appointed
statement.
her as a United States Senator. You have a huge black population that are looking for answers on why she used that kind of language. And you have worked to try to make it known that Mississippi no longer has that past. When you're hearing her say, I put out a statement yesterday, and that's all I have to say
I
about
think
it.
she
What do you
is,
say?
she's certainly addressing the fact that she has put out a statement. I can tell you all of us in public life have said things on occasion that we could have phrased better. When you make as many speeches as we do in public life, that does occur. But I know this woman and I know her heart. I knew it when I appointed her, I know it now. She meant no offense by that statement. There was nothing in her heart of ill will. Now, in a political campaign, people can make anything you say what they want it to say. They can spin it. They can go on social media and accuse you of all sorts of things.
Governor,
She feels certain that, I believe, I won't speak for her, but that her statement spoke to it. Absolutely, we have been sensitive to race relations in this state. I brought the President of the United States here to open the Civil Rights Museum. And African American leadership that would fail to even come to the event because the President of the United States was there. Today I talked about the genocide of over 20 million African American children. You see, in my heart, I am confused about where the outrage is at about 20 million African American children that have been aborted. No one wants to say anything about that. No one wants to talk about that.
And what are we going to do with this?
Wow. Okay, before I get back to you guys, is it possible the press conference made things even worse for her? I mean, why couldn't she apologize? Why couldn't she just admit it was a very unfortunate word choice? Mississippi has the highest number of lynchings in the nation between 1882 and 1968, according to the NAACP. I mean, Nina, go on.
You hit the nail on the head, Don. That's just exactly 4,800 lynchings. 73% of those were African Americans. This wasn't an unfortunate. This wasn't no slip up. This woman said what she said, and she won't even apologize. Nina Simone, Don, you know where I'm going. Her song, everybody knows about Mississippi. Goddamn, that was the words in her song. This woman is unfit to serve in the U.S. Senate. It is a travesty.
Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest.
Yes, but everybody
knows about
Mississippi. Goddamn.
Yeah, go ahead,
yes.
Scott.
Yeah, I mean, it was thoughtless, careless in this time when we have such, well, at any time, but it's particularly right now, politicians of any level, U.S. Senate on down, have to be more careful and understand their words have ramifications beyond, you know, I mean, it was pointed out by the governor, you know, anybody can take your words and blow. Well, yeah, that's the point. I mean, anybody can be recording it and it can go all over the world. So I take them at their word about what's in her heart, but you can't be so thoughtless and careless because it hurts people and hurts the situation.
Rick?
If what was in her heart, though, was innocent, she would have shown some sense of repentance about it, some moment of awareness, some scintilla of understanding that the arc of history includes a very ugly chapter in Mississippi where an awful lot of people associated the words public hanging with a certain late night pointy white hat social club that did terrible, terrible murderous damage throughout our country for a very long time. If she had had some sort of sense of that, just some fraction of goodness in her where she would have come out and said, you know, I spoke so wrongly and cruelly. This was an idiotic thing on my part. I will do my very best to be mindful and to listen to what I'm saying more closely and to reflect the better angels of our nature in this state. But unfortunately, she said, I put out a statement yesterday 14 times in this press conference, and that comes across as essentially the Trumpian stiff arm.
Yeah. Thank you all. So much to talk about, but we're out of time.